Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to I Have a Dog that is staring at me right now. Um, she needs to chill because like we went outside and she did all of her business. But the thing is there was like 80 million people outside, so she got really like distracted and hyper. We've been over the dog anecdotes before with other people, but you know, she was basically just getting distracted. When we went inside, she just ran to the window and immediately started barking. And it's like, okay. I feel you, but you can't bark. It's way too late at night, even though it's a Saturday, it's way too late at night. It's also way too late. It's a Saturday, come on! Oh, don't do me like this. I don't want to run this one. Listen, this dog does not want to stay still for 30 minutes. She wants to go back to the window and start fucking barking or up a storm. I'm not gonna be able to contain her soon enough, and so you want to give me a fucking Eldritch Parasite run? You want to give me you come into my house on the day of my daughter's wedding and you tell me Eldritch Parasite? Oh, get a grip. So it's your second enemy, charisma, every stat but dexterity, a light source. So we could potentially make something work, but like, dear God, why? So I mean, I think that's a pretty decent. We haven't been using the history club like at all, but there's not really anything good to use in the school besides like, ever since the school nurse was nerfed, basically like you don't use her anymore unless of like very specific situations. I actually think the schoolyard in general is a little bit more useful now as the meta goes, as the whatchamacallit. The illegal den is completely useless. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but the illegal den is completely useless. You can make some meme dreams happen in there, but like, no. As far as practical gameplay goes, impossible content, never happening. There we go. Moriko spotted. You were absolutely gobsmacked that I'm like, you're really worrying about Moriko on this run. You're like, I goddamn right I am. But yeah, sure, we're just gonna go with this sweater. The classic sweater. Hello, dog. I know you want to go yell at people outside, but you can't do that. It's way too late at night. And yes, I can pay more attention to you in like 30 minutes, but, you know, you do have to let me record the video as a little treat, you know? Moonlit Sailor's Ramen. I'm only doing one run, though, so I guess you see the episode time. Don't worry, it's a speed run. I have my fastest Mystery 2 of all time. It saves like 4 minutes. Don't worry about it. And see, she's trying to sneak down. She's trying to, like, she knows that she can't go down over there, so she's just trying to, like, slowly inch her way over. And the thing is, I know, because I see her looking at the window, she wants to go to the window and look outside. She's a devious canine, and she's trying to, like, yeah, I see what you're doing there. Trying to weasel her way specifically into one. Oh, great. Guaranteed 3 damage. I mean, we have to discard this. Like, there's no fucking way. That's so bad, man. Okay. Normal idle hours, real. Honestly, just give me an HDF, I think. And then we call it even. Now she's trying to pull my headphones out. Unintentionally. She doesn't know what headphones are. But she's like, maybe I can go over here where the headphone cord is. I'm like, no, you cannot go over there where the headphone cord is. You just have to kind of go back. You just kind of have to go back. And then, I mean, she's going to distract me for the whole episode. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. I want the HDF. What can I say? She's gonna distract me for the whole episode, because, like, what am I supposed to do? Because if I just let her go, like, if I just, like, let her jump off the cushion, you know what she's gonna do? Well, we would have to hit an Emmerdale, right? That's not really the big deal. The big deal is the fact that not only do we have to hit an Emmerdale, but like she's barking really, really loudly late at night, and I can't let her do that. I can't let her do that. Now you might be like, there's nothing out there for her to bark out. First of all, she doesn't know that until she gets to the window. She will look at the window, want to run to it, and then what she does, oh my god, we're gonna have to switch this over 3 times, it's kind of cringe, is that what she does, I thought the mansion was, no, it was the school, right? Yeah. No, it was the mansion. I don't know, I'm dumb. I thought the mansion was doomed. But, basically, she would look at the window, and then she would just start barking, and then she runs up to the window, sees there's nobody there, but she's already barked, so she might as well continue barking. Oh, jeez. I mean, none of this is good. We're gonna take the doom. Actually, we're gonna take the injury. That's okay. Wait, that was sanity? I thought that was an injury. I guess I was wrong. I apologize for that. I'm not apologizing to you, I'm apologizing to myself because we just lost the run. It really is that simple, I'm not even joking. Like, there's nothing that we can do at this point. We've taken too much sanity damage, Mystery 1, and we're probably going to take even more. So it's like, I actually wanted to take stamina damage there so I could put the demon mask on. Oh my god. Also, I'm throwing! Ugh. Can I take 1 stamina damage? We're gonna get into a fight. This is Doom, and I can't take... I cannot take sanity damage. I literally cannot take sanity damage. I cannot take sanity damage. Rip Bozo, Pack Watch won't be missed. Can we take stamina damage, please? I have an item that reduces... Thank you. Thank you. I have an item that reduces my max stamina, so I would like to finally use it. Thank you so much. Now, I'm terrified because I think we still lose the game. Look at this, 40% doom. It's over. It's never been more over. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm sitting here saying, what I'm doing, what I'm acting out. You ever think to yourself that it is so over, and then it's never not been over? This is 7, right? Okay. So that would work, but I'm not gonna do that. We're actually gonna block, and then we're gonna kick. Never mind. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drink water, and then we're going to throw the empty bottle, and then we're going to miss, and then I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. We're gonna miss twice. It'll be great. Thank God I didn't manifest that. I was tempting the gods. I was tempting fate. I was tempting Ath-Yelazath. Oh, we're on Ath-Yelazath, so I can never cast that fucking spell, man. Because it'll be free cost, but it'll still take Doom. Ugh. Alright, so, pretty terrible. Ooh, actually, hold on. Do I even want to try to do this? I don't even know if I want to try to do this, but it could be fun. It could be like a neat little idea, like a neat little concept, like a fun little idea. You ever thought of fun little ideas? A little neat concept, a little enjoyable self-question that you're thinking, and you're like, Honestly, these are kind of easy. We can just, like, I kind of want to do Violent Vigil now, but what we can do is we can do ramen, and then I can cook, okay? So the first thing that we can do is... Do I want to get money? I think we just let him go, right? We just let him go. We get +1 charisma. That's pretty good. Then we go to the schoolyard. We recruit. -1 dexterity. Let him go. Alright. Let her go. She gave me permanent perception. Let him go. We almost died there. We wait. We roll some new ones. +1 dexterity. +1 luck. Okay, that's a pretty nice stat bonus, so I don't say so myself. That was pretty interesting, wasn't it? Now, that took, like, 5% Doom, but theoretically speaking, that's very worth it. I don't want to take... I don't want to take money damage. We'll take stamina damage, and then we'll move on with our lives. Oh, we do have Frostbite. That's really annoying. I'm not taking this. I'll take the Doom. I'll take the Doom. It's just 1% Doom. Now, we do need to... Like, what's the point of this? Like, we take a lot of Doom just to get rid of one annoying debuff, and then we have this. It's just so that we don't die, really. Like, I hate that a lot. I really actually do hate that a lot. Maybe we should have gone... No, I don't think it matters. Actually, no, we could have gotten 4 funds. That's real. That's actually completely fair. +4 sanity, by the way. Me win the Parasite. Parasite win. This is actually a really interesting concept for how Parting Gift could work as a perk. It's a shame that this is on an Eldritch Parasite run, so it's, like, completely worthless. We can take a, we can take a hit here. Oh, yo. So that actually lines up perfectly. I didn't even think we were doing 7 damage on the strong attack, but we were. What was I gonna say? I cleared the new EX in Savage. I know, another Final Fantasy anecdote. And the world rolled its eyes. But I actually think it's really interesting because it's easy. It's actually very easy. It's one of the easiest EXs they've done for Endwalker. But it has one mechanic that I actually think is, like, one of the worst mechanics. We have +1 luck. I don't know why I did that. It actually, to me, is one of the worst mechanics in Party Finder. Because what it allows you to do is, essentially, you get into... It was everything but dexterity, man. It was everything but dexterity. But you can get into this weird situation where... And I can't think of another mechanic like it. I'm specifically talking about meteors. Now, if you've done the fight, you're like, Web, what are you talking about? Meteors are incredibly easy. They are. However, meteors are a kind of mechanic where you can die because somebody else fucked up 10 seconds ago. Potentially longer if they get to their spot and they never move, right? So, the annoying thing about that is... Well, I mean, exactly what I just said. Because here's the thing. Normally, when somebody fucks up and they kill everybody, when they wipe their raid, or they get somebody killed in this case, because you can adjust and then not die if you do it big, right? Can we block and then attack? Real? No way. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Don't miss. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Okay. 87, 87. We're cooking. Let her cook. That was really lucky, by the way. If we got hit there, I think it's game over. So maybe we shouldn't have taken that risk, but it was still fun. Fuck this guy. Like, actually, like, just fuck this guy. I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to entertain this. I really want to run away. I'm gonna run away. We have 16. Fuck that. But, like, the thing with the meteors mechanic is... I don't mean to brag. I am statistically medium average green, okay? I'm a below average Andy as a white mage, alright? But mechanically, I'm not too bad. And so, the last one is... We haven't done Violent Vigil yet, have we? It's Violent Vigil and School Scissors. So we should put this on the, whichever one has a threat level before we leave. And we should also, if we can, go to the monument. But if it says sanity, that's literally, like, game over. So I don't even think you could do that. I hate this game. It's, like, one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. Okay, so police station to the school. And then, please, anything but sanity. Well, I suppose money would also be pretty bad if it was 2. I'm gonna press it once, because we're so high up on the Doom, man. How unlucky is that? That's so bad. But, like, yeah, no, it's just really annoying, because it is literally a mechanic where you can... I just have to hope our high stats carry us, like, really. It's a mechanic where... So, basically, either DPS get meteors first, or supports get meteors first. And it's a tether that you can't overlap with any other meteors that are already sitting on the ground, and you can't overlap with anybody else's meteors, because if your meteors hit each other, you'll all die. If your meteor hits another meteor, you'll all die. and then you personally have a tether. And if you don't stretch that tether far enough, you die. And so you have, like, 3 things that you basically have to watch out for. Meteors, other players, and your own distance, okay? And so what ends up happening is, because this mechanic takes so long to resolve, at least relevant to, like, you know, proportionally to other mechanics being resolved, what ends up happening is someone can, because when your meteor resolves, you place it on the ground. And so what that means is somebody can place their meteor on the ground and them live and not wipe everybody yet. But then when you go to take your meteor spot, you're guaranteed to either die yourself, or in some cases, if they place it in a truly awful spot, you guarantee wipe the raid, because it locks you into position after a period of time, and you're obviously trying to resolve the mechanic yourself. And so until you get good enough to recognize the various different meteor patterns just by, like, pattern recognition, and then see the fact that somebody fucked it up when they first placed the meteors, and then you just, like, make sure that your meteor doesn't overlap with anything and you just die yourself, like, that's a skill in and of its own. But it's really annoying, because how it works is somebody can kill you 15 seconds in the past, and you don't know it yet. And that's the most annoying thing about it, because you have all these, like ego-driven motherfuckers who think that they know what they're talking about, and they basically just explain the mechanic to you in a condescending manner, acting like you're the one that fucked it up, and it's like, no, dumbass, you are the one who has no idea what this mechanic is. I went to my spot, but the person who placed their meteor down first placed their meteor basically in the fucking middle. So I can't go to the left because there's somebody to my left. I can't go to the right. And, you know, Party Finder cannot decide on one, you know, RMMR or RRMM or MMRR. But the one that I got the clear on was MMRR, and it was fucking miserable, man, because supports... We have to do this, by the way. Bow, 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 clap. Bow, 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 clap. We have to do this. Is that supports got second meteors every single fucking time. And so whenever I would go to take my meteor, either the middle left Matthew, the middle right Matthew, or the far right Matthew, who got the first, like, the second melee, first DPS ranged, and second DPS ranged, one of those 3 fuckers always got me killed every single time with their meteor placement. It was so annoying. And that, honestly, makes it to where... And then, the fucking audacity on one of them, who I think was actually melee too, who wiped the group several times because they put their meteor way too fucking close. They kept being a condescending dickhead every single wipe, and they would, like, call people out by name. They would... And people whose fault it wasn't, right? Like, if you go second, you are at the mercy of the motherfuckers who placed the meteor in front of you. And you might just think, oh, it's so simple, it's so easy, how could somebody fuck it up? You just walk in your direction and place your meteor as far as you can, with your tether stretched as far as it can go. How is that hard? I don't fucking know how it's that hard. But apparently it is. And people think that you're fucking it up when they're the ones who put the meteor way too fucking close, so there's just 1 or 2 people who can't stretch their tethers properly because, like, oh, there's a little alcove for somebody to go into to place their meteor. Not if I block it with my meteor. It's so dumb. And I don't mean, like, placing your meteor in that alcove before someone else could, or, like, taking somebody's spot. I mean, like, being, like, not wanting to move as, like, somebody who has full uptime because you're in melee range of the boss, that you just stay as close to the center of the arena as you can, so your meteor blocks 1 to 2 other people, forcing you to wipe, or forcing multiple people to die, and then there'd be, like, a slim safe spot on the other side of the map. It's so frustrating, man. And people always, like, I died. Like, I quote-unquote, caused a wipe 3 times, because when I went to go place my meteor, the fucking meteors on my side were just way too close, and I would have to... And it wasn't even... I am fully aware, okay? There is a configuration... I hate this, by the way. What the fuck do you want me to do here? I'm fully aware there's a configuration where you have, we just have to do something like this and then just kind of live life as it was intended to be lived. Just hope that we hit any attack, really. Like, oh my fucking god, it's over. It's never been more over. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. Can we have somebody go punch him? Go fuck him up, dog. 1 damage? Okay, we ball. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're not actually good, but I'm just saying that to make myself feel better. We'll miss a 97% chance. We'll find a fucking way to lose this run. Oh, yeah, true. Now, what was I gonna say? So I'm aware that there's a pattern. I just don't know what to say. Like, that's just disrespectful at this point. Beating me while I'm down. This was such a neat concept for a run, too. I was just tempting fate with that. I was just tempting fate. You could see the smile on my face when I did that. Yeah, fuck it. Stamina, who cares? Oh, we hit that one. We hit that gritty. Alright, you want to bet that we can make it through an entire mystery in 19%... in 9% Doom, and we don't take any sanity damage. Let's do it, dude. Me and Mizuki Demon Mask Rutsu. Alright. We also could have done this early to get a couple... we could have, like, you know, discarded the wooden bat or whatever. Oh, yo! Forced damage? But I'm aware that there are, like, configurations where there's, like I did P8S, okay? I'm aware there are configurations where, like, the person who's in the middle right will sometimes be, like, in the middle, or, like, you know, like, in the middle because it's, like, the left side has a lot of room. But the thing is, try telling that to Party Finder. None of these fuckers know. None of these people know. So you'll have positions like that, and then they'll get mad at you, because it's like there's space for 3 people, or like 1 person on the far left, 2 people in the middle, and then 1 person on the far right. And then you'll just have the person who's like melee 2 just stand in the dead center middle, so there's no way you can go, because if you adjusted and ran past them to the left, you would die because there's not enough space. And if you tried to go to the right, you would die because there's not enough space. And then those people will come around and be like, man, why are you so fucking bad? Like, we've wiped 2 meteors because of you so many times. And it's like, you don't understand the basic fundamental concepts of this. You don't understand the basic fundamental concepts of this. I'm genuinely, not even joking, it's probably one of the most frustrating EXs I've done in Endwalker. Now, admittedly, I started doing EXs when they were relevant in Endwalker. So my frame of reference is all the story EXs, and that's about it, right? But like, oh my god, man. Oh my god. I genuinely, like, it feels horrible. Like, it feels terrible. Oh yeah, what are we doing? Oh, it's a fight? Alright. Homeboy? Oh, that was, there we go. But yeah, no, it was awful. It was terrible. And I had, like, I had friends with me in the party, and it's like, thank God for that, because I couldn't handle a party of these fuckers. And also, it's incredibly toxic, too, because this is the only fight where you can get away with, without getting reported, to tell somebody to, you know, commit something in the sewer. I'm not even joking. Because for that meteor mechanic, if you die, your part of the mechanic doesn't resolve. So, or specifically, if you can die in a way... I mean, fuck it, man. There's no reason not to do this, because it's like, we're not gonna die by fucking stamina. Real. Oh yeah, we have Mangled Hand. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty funny, actually. But, like, so you can tell somebody as, like, advice for clearing the fight, because the DPS check is so easy, you can literally just tell another person to, like, Kermit themselves in the game. And I have seen people type out, like, after we failed the mechanic, like, they just immediately type out KYS. And then, like, 10 seconds later, they type in the game. So that we don't have to do the mechanic. Like, it is such a amazing way for people to be toxic. And, like, it's so annoying. So, I mean, I've finally gotten out of practice hell, like practice party hell. I don't need to do practice parties anymore. I can just go into clear farm parties, or like duty complete farm parties, and I don't have to worry about it. But like, oh my god, I can't even fucking stand that shit, man. That's fucking crazy. Like, I don't even know what to say, honestly. Like, that shit's horrible. Like, the Barb EX is still my favorite one. Ruby EX sucks. This new EX is actually, like, it would be a really fun fight if Meteors didn't exist. Because the other thing, Meteors is easy. The amount of times that I've fucked up Meteors was, like, the first 3 or 4 times I saw it, and then one time I was just genuinely fucked it up. But, like, I've seen Meteors probably, like, 40 times, and I have been forced to die, like, at least 10 of those times. Actually, probably at least 15 of those times. Because people just can't place the meteors properly, and I am incredibly unlucky, so I always get the second meteor. Like, I swear to God. And also, again, the fact that you don't have to do the mechanic because you can just die, leading people literally to tell other people in instance to, you know, KYS, and then later correct themselves so that they don't get reported, is crazy. Like, I have never seen... And here's the thing. There are so many ways you could say it without saying that. You know what I mean? Like, you could say, oh, if you're not going to be able to place your meteor properly for whatever reason, just jump off the ledge. Or just point it away so that it's out of the way and it doesn't clip any other meteor. And, you know, there are some community jokes of, like, you know, hello world, goodbye world, for, like, farming the old, not Eden Savage, sorry, the old Omega Savage. And that stuff's funny, but I mean, like, this was somebody who was bullying this guy for, like, the 30 pulls that not 30 pulls, there's no fucking way it was that long. It felt like an eternity, but, like, we probably did, like, 10 or 15 pulls, and this one tank was just bullying this poor red mage so fucking much that I literally just left the instance and immediately disbanded the party because I fucking hated him. But, like, he just started typing, like, KYS and, like, you should... I can't even say it because it's literally against YouTube terms of service. Like, I literally cannot even repeat what this tank was saying to this red mage. Not even as, like, a joke. And, of course, after, like, he would say these things, he would then say, oh, I mean in the game. But, like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, that guy was fucking bullying the shit out of that red mage, calling him an idiot, a moron. It was probably one of the most toxic instances I've ever been in. And it's like... Listen, Final Fantasy XIV has a very cautious community when it comes to this sort of thing. I mean, we have to do something like this, right? We have to take her down to... Let me think about this for a second. Takes her down to 17, and then what do we do? I mean, let's just strong attack. I think I'm not gonna do the math here because we have bonus damage. This is gonna do 9. Oh no, can we at least do that? Oh, let's go, we win. Easy, alright. Oh, that does 18, that was dumb. But, now hold on, do we have a light source? And do we have Innsmouth Curse? We don't, actually. There's a chance we can win? Holy crap. But, I'll finish the anecdote in a minute. What I need to actually focus here to see if we have a chance at winning. Because we can take -3, that's it, right? Oh, second enemy? No fucking way I remember second enemy. Let's hope it doesn't matter. We don't have branded, do we? No fucking way I remember second enemy. There's not a chance in hell. Oh, I'm good. I'm just built different. Because I remember Leech Girl was our first enemy, and we just immediately handcuffed her. And then I was like, so it was either Stockchan or Homeboy. But I remembered we used the branch, right, to discard. So I was like, that was probably way later. Just built different, honestly. Me when the parasite stirs. Thank God I actually clicked that correctly. Could you imagine? Oh my God. Alright, we're good. Alright, we're good. We did it. There's nothing that can kill us here. We did it. Awesome. But yeah, no, to bring the mood down even further, like, it was... Final Fantasy XIV, the community is very cautious. Like, don't believe the stuff where it's like, the game isn't toxic. Because if you do... I'm not even gonna say if you do hard content. The game is toxic. It's just that nobody normally is toxic to you in instance, okay? Normally, it's shit-talking on Discord, blacklisting on mass, that sort of thing, right? Like, people who are in Discord calls will shit-talk you, call you a bad tank, call you a bad healer, whatever. And then when you apologize in-game, they'll type like, oh, don't worry about it, you're good, you're fine, everything's okay, you're doing good. Trust me, I've seen this firsthand. And then... But that's about it, right? Like, nobody will ever, like, shit-talk you in-game, except, like, in hard content. But even then, like, I have progged both Asphodelos and Anabasios in Party Finder. Because I have to... in Anabasios, I just progged it for fun. And in Anabasios, I prog it to do re-clearies for my static, right? I skipped Abyssos because fuck Abyssos. Abyssos was horrible. Besides P8S Phase 2, only good fight. Hegemony was boring. P6S was boring and inoffensive. But regardless, personal preference aside, I have seen so many parties dissolve, sometimes because of me, sometimes because of somebody else or whatever. But no matter what, I have very rarely seen people shit-talk each other in the instance. It's always on Discord, it's always behind closed doors, always. The first time I ever saw a slur in this game was in Eureka. Because that if you're gonna see a slur in Final Fantasy XIV, it's going to be in the hardcore traditional MMO progging zone, okay? It's gonna be in Eureka. If you're gonna see a slur, it's gonna be in Eureka. And that was like a lot of hours in. That was a lot of hours in that I saw my first and so far only slur. However, this was, doing this new EX was the first time that I have seen somebody be dogpiled and bullied in an instance. And it just blew my mind. Because I'm not used to that shit in this game, you know? I'm used to that in League of Legends. I'm used to that in League of Legends. I'm used to that in Dota. I'm used to that in, like, any other game that I've ever played. But in Final Fantasy XIV, the poor red mage sometimes fucks up meteors, and you're telling him to... And you're calling him an idiot, a dumbass, after every wipe, even if it's not his fault. You're going on and on and on about how he can't do meteors. It was a practice party for meteors to clear. And you just keep going on and on and on about how the red mage can't do basic mechanics. He wasn't very good at the game, right? Mentors aren't. It's just a fact of life. But, like, it was a practice party. It said practice in the title. It was tagged with practice. It said practice to meet... It said meteors practice to clear. And then you come into my house on the day of my daughter's wedding, and you tell the red mage to do something that YouTube would send me an email about. It's crazy. Like, in Final Fantasy XIV, you're doing that shit? Man. What a joke. Like, for real, for real. It's not even that hard of a fight, honestly. And you just keep going on and on about calling somebody a fucking dumbass idiot. It's like, it was just so, like... And I'm pretty sure he was dogpiling them with his friends, right? Because I don't know if they were friends or not. I don't remember if they joined the PF together. But, like, it was the same 3 people who were just dogpiling the Red Mage. And they said in the chat, like, alright, sorry, I got it. Like, I know what I need to do now. I'll try to do it better. And you're just dogpiling this guy, like, over and over again. I felt so bad for that Red Mage. I tried to tell them, like, I tried to send them a private message after. I just immediately disbanded the party. I couldn't, which means that they were still in the instance, or, like, for some reason, you just can't, like, send tells because the game's weird. Like, it's so weird, right? Like, Alt-R lets you send a cross-world tell, but, like, /tell doesn't. It's dumb. Like, the game's broken as hell, buggy as hell, 10-year-old engine, 10-year-old video game, decade-old, ancient, broken, doesn't know anything, netcode spaghetti, absolutely appalling. But I tried to send him a private message after the instance saying, like, listen, I'm sorry I disbanded the party, but I fucking hated those guys. I put them all on the blacklist. I never want to see those fuckers again. Like, the thing is, like, I have seen people, like, actually give advice, and then I have seen this new extreme, people who think they can give advice, and fucking up horrendously, and also, like, just bullying somebody, too. In the group that I got the clear with, we briefly had a ninja who joined and then left, and this ninja was so bad, they were dead most of the instance. They were awful. But they would lecture everyone else about mechanics, and it was the most annoying fucking thing. It's like, oh yeah, the reason why you can type right now is because you're dead. And the reason why you're not getting revived is that you just got my Swiftcast raise, and then you died, and then you got my co-healer's Swiftcast raise, and then you died again. But please, no, do go on about a mechanic that we haven't gotten to yet, that they ended up fucking up, by the way, and that, you know, but please, do go on about that and how we're supposed to do that mechanic. Like, no, please, do go on. Do go on. Like, just, I don't know what it is with Final Fantasy XIV recently. Maybe I'm just horribly unlucky, but just, like, the most unlucky, like, evil bastards I've seen in this game recently. Like, I wish reporting people was easier, because just, like, some of the most annoying motherfuckers, like, you could even imagine, just being needlessly mean to people who are just trying to pull. Like, it's so bad. And in-game chat, too. Like, listen. I have had people in my free company who are the most, like, ooh-woo, false, fake, positive people imaginable, and then a Sprout inconveniences them in a dungeon once, and then they go on a 20-minute tirade in free company chat about how shitty of a tank that Sprout was. I know these people, and I know how it works. And it's, like, genuinely, it's like those people have started, like, typing in my fucking Savage and EX raids, and it drives me fucking crazy. Because it's like, brother, you don't have Biz, because you're not good enough to clear P12S. But you have Biz. You do not have Biz. But you do have 660. And your ass cannot do more than I'm sorry. The evil me is talking now, okay? Evil me is talking. Evil me is using a website that is not okay. But it's like, literally, it was just the most infuriating person. They are talking shit to everyone. They are lecturing everyone on mechanics. They are calling out wipes and trying to call people by name to, like, shame them. Like, not even, like, give them useful advice, because the person was dying more than everybody else. But they had 660 gear, and they couldn't get better than Grays. I'm sorry. Like, I like, you should not be, like, the self-awareness is non-existent. with some people, and they're just so like, I don't say any of this shit in game at all. I just silently fume. But, like, it's so annoying. It's so annoying, some of these motherfuckers. It's true! Because they're toxic, they're mean to the random players, they're mean to your friends. One person makes an obvious innocent mistake that they're not gonna make again, and then you go on, like, a tirade about it, trying to publicly shame them for something that they already said, oh, my bad, guys, don't worry, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. And I'm combining, like, 3 or 4 different people I've encountered over the last month here, but, like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, it's bad, right? Like, the toxicity in the game has gone up. At least from what I've seen. Because all the toxicity is behind the scenes, right? Like, toxicity is, like, disconnected from the game itself. Just people shooting the shit in, like, Discord, VC, or whatever. Or in free company chat. But now it's, like, they're typing, it's like they did a mistel, right? Like, they're talking shit about you behind their back, but instead of setting it to free company chat, they set it to party chat. You know, it's so weird. And it's just, you've seen more and more of these people pop up recently. I'm just been adding so many people to the blacklist, it's not even funny. Because it's like, you go and do a Savage raid, and somebody is just, like, the worst kind of person you could ever imagine. It's like, you throw them on the blacklist, because they're mean. And it's like, I know that might sound, like, soft, I guess? I don't even know why I should end the video. I've got, like, an hour and 30 minutes to have this video uploaded, and it's probably gonna need to render for, like, 15 minutes. Because how long it is. But it's like, here's the thing. You don't go from playing the game for, like, 500, 1,000 hours, and not seeing, like, a single mean person publicly, to playing the game, and that's including, like, when I first started Savage raiding, right, in Asphodelos. People would say, if somebody was pissed off at you, you know what they would say? TYFP, and then they would leave the group. And then they would blacklist you without telling you, and you'd never see them again. And they would never show up in your party finder ever again. That's what I experienced for, like, 98% of my experience in hard-end content. Is just, thank you for the party, leaves the group immediately, blacklists everybody they hate. Private shit-talking and free company chatter on Discord. And then, this last fucking tier, like, this last, like, 6.4 plus, has just been so fucking toxic. Like, I have just seen so many people who are just absolute fucking dickheads in the party chat. Just being mean unnecessarily. And then being, like, smartasses trying to just be dickheads for no reason. And they think they're helpful, but it's like, especially it's the ones who talk all the shit, right? Like, the people who talk all the shit and they're bad really bug me. Because it's like, you have some poor guy trying to do his best and learn the fight in a practice party, and then you have this guy come in, act like he's superior to everybody else, talk down to everybody else, and then try to shame people for doing something wrong, again in a practice party, and then tell them that if you can't learn the mechanic quickly, just KY. I literally cannot quote some of the things that I've heard in these EXs, or in this EX specifically. Just because, like, if you die, then you have a chance of not killing anybody else, but if you try to do the mechanic properly, you have a chance of killing everybody else. It's so disrespectful, it's so horrible, and it just, like, I have never took this advice because I've always known that it's not my fault. But also, like, it's just, I need to stop talking about it. I could talk about this for 15 more minutes, and people would be really confused. Because at the start of the video, I was like, we're only doing one run, and you could see the video timer. Have a good one, stay safe out there. And, I don't know, Final Fantasy XIV's community is not usually as bad as I'm making it out to be right now. But, like, something about this tier, man, it's got the fangs out. People, like, the fangs are out, the venom's dripping, like, I don't know, I don't even know what to say, man, that's fucking crazy. Also, shoutouts to my dog for being incredibly patient. She just lied down, and she's just been chilling for the last, like, 20 minutes. Good on her, good on her. Yeah, stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.